there. Hello, Julie Flanagan. Good morning. Hello, B. Mice or something or other. Good morning, Kathy. Bear with me. Hang with me. The show's going to be really interesting. Good morning, American Girl Path. American Girl Path, were you a fan of American Girl movies? My daughters and I were. Watched them all several times. I lie a little bit about that. There was a new one that came out. The only one I ever bought. The only one I ever bought was some new one. You know, it was like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years old or something. I was excited to buy one. I usually got them at the library. And there's a lot of good ones with cute stories about young girls or ladies or whatever. I don't know how old they are, 10 years old or something like that. And their little adventures in life and going through historical times. And they're kind of good shows. You know, they're kind of good shows. And some decent hello, Zach Williams. And some decent stars, like Molly Ringwald was in one. What's Ben Affleck's little buddy's name? Or not Ben Affleck. But anyway, there were some decent stars in those American Girl movies. And I think the storylines are pretty good. Yeah, no, I got you, American Girl Path, but I started thinking about the American Girl movies. And there is a store in downtown Chicago, the American Girl store. I mean, real quickly, I'm sorry, I'm somewhat distracted. I'm packing my bag for my son, Augie. I get to pick him up in Running Down the Dream. In 8:02, it's 8:02 right now, I get to pick him up at about 9 o'clock. And I'm looking forward to that. And I like to get a little prepared before I go live because I like to, I like to talk. So anyway, good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It's a little show I started quite some time ago. Hello, Tarita. Thank you, RJ. Started quite some time ago, and it is a show about you kind of just talking and sharing some experience, sharing part of what is my life, which, you know, is an imperfect life in an imperfect world. And just sharing stuff I'm going through. And I think a lot of people that watch it identify with my story. Because we all have our own stories we're going through. And we all have our own issues we're facing. Good morning to you, Ty. And we all have our own challenges we're dealing with. And we all have our own burden, or I don't know, loads to carry or burdens to carry or what have you. And that's kind of what the show's about, sharing some experiences and just sharing some life and sharing some stuff. But for those that have been watching a while, and I see some names out there that I've been having watched for a while, you know it's also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, according to Mr. Coffee, I have about 5 cups left in here. I don't understand how Mr. Coffee adds it up. To me, it looks like 2 cups. I should scratch off these, like it says 12, 10, 8, 6, 4. You can't see that, I'm sure, but I should scratch all these off and say like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And honestly, that would be much more true. So I think this pot only makes 5 cups. What's the the government agency? Truth and something. Truth and advertisement, or I don't know. The government agency that doesn't allow you to lie and say I don't know, it's alcohol free if it's got alcohol in it, or, to put the ingredients on the back. Yeah, 8 ounces. But who really drinks 8 ounce cups? Those are shot glasses. You know what I mean, RJ? Oh, anyway, I like to give a quick tour. FDA. Could be FDA. I don't think it's the FDA. It's like I don't even know. It seems like Ralph Nader was involved. Hello, lost in something or other. Yeah, we need to whack. Don't whack Mr. Coffee. Mr. Coffee was a baseball player. Help me out. Help me out. Help me out. Baseball player. Joe DiMaggio. I think the original Mr. Coffee was Joe DiMaggio. Yeah, there he is. All right. All right, quick tour of my house. Like to show you where we're at. And I'm coming at you from Naperville, Illinois. It's a beautiful town of about 150,000 people that often wins like best places to raise a family, best schools in the state. It's often on those lists. Good morning from California. And it is a really cool town. I live in a tiny little 2-bedroom, 1-bath ranch home. Me and my dog Holly, who looks a little sleepy. And I'm going to grab a seat. I got a lot going on, and don't let me talk too long. I've had some people. Thanks, RJ. Yeah, no, okay, well, it's kind of a city, but it's just a suburb. Okay, before I forget, I'm kind of hungry already. And I got to be honest with myself. I woke up, 5 o'clock or so this morning. I've had for breakfast 2 oranges. And when I say oranges, I mean those little cuties. Do you know what I mean? They're actually called cuties because they're cute. Consumer Protection Agency, something like that. No leftovers from Rosie's. Somebody just asked, RJ, my man just asked if I have any leftovers. Yesterday, on the recommendation of somebody that was watching my live video, I went to a really awesome breakfast joint named Rosie's here in Naperville, Illinois. And it's veteran owned and operated. The guy that owns it's a guy named Lynn. He's tall, he's bald. He asked if I was in the military. Honestly, I felt a little bit like I was faking because I got a shaved head. So people, I don't know, people thought I might have served. I never served. I was never in the military. But anyway, they don't discriminate against people that weren't in the military. Anyway, great experience. Sat up at the bar. The owner was so cool. He had a busy restaurant, but he took the time to come and shake my hand and everybody's hand and introduce himself. And just had a great experience. Somebody asked if I brought any of the food home. No. Yes, I'm sober. I don't even like that word. It seems like a medical term. Seems kind of like a medical term. Somebody asked if I was sober. You mean like at this second? Do you mean at this moment? I'm certainly sober right now. And I haven't had any alcohol or pot in 14 months and climbing. It does seem medical, kind of, like vaccinated or something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird. But anyway, sometimes, good morning, living recovery. Sometimes I get to talking. A legal sobriety. I am of legal sobriety. Yeah, okay, I get it if a cop's asking when he pulls me over, and I've had that happen. And they ask if you're sober. But on this, it seems kind of funny. I mean, it's 8 a.m. Yes, I am sober. Thank you so much, Live in Recovery. But anyway, before I talk too long, and do not let me talk too long, I got to be out the door by 8:42 or so my time and to go pick up my little nugget of love. But before I talk about my little nugget of love, let me have some coffee. And I got a nice hot cup of coffee, and I'm excited to have a sip. Cheers to us. Oh, Somebody complimented my dog. They referred to her as a woof woof. That's Holly. She's an English Springer Spaniel. She's beautiful. She's a good girl. We just got back from a nice long walk. Met a guy in the neighborhood who had an American flag hanging out on his front porch and had an American flag hat. And I asked him if he was a veteran. And he said no, but his dad served and fought in World War II. And we had an interesting conversation just about that, how the guys that fought in World War II are a dying breed. That was coming up on 80 years ago. And his dad served as past, obviously. But anyway, I had an interesting conversation about him and told him about the breakfast joint and told him about, we talked politics and stuff a little bit, which is somewhat dangerous to do. And even though I think we were on the same side of the fence politically, we didn't agree on everything. And I think that was cool. And we respected each other. And, even if you're a Republican or a Democrat, I think it would be healthy for the world to be able to disagree on some nuances to the party and still get along. And it was nice having a pleasant conversation, an intelligent conversation. Congratulations with a man that didn't, get heated at all. Yeah, RJ, isn't it? Why have we lost that? Why have we lost that? Why can't, I guess, I don't know. I remember watching All in the Family when I was a kid. Hello from Illinois, great-grandma. And here's Friday. I get to share my story in a couple months. Hey, good for you, Live in Recovery. You don't have to wait 2 months to share your story, Live in Recovery. I don't understand what share your story means. Maybe that's a meeting thing, and I just don't understand. But I will say, if you're... Why wouldn't I want to fight him? You're right. Well, first of all, we were on the same side politically. It would have been silly to fight him. But good people. Okay, well, good for you. Congrats. Hey, aloha from Maui. I love it. I love seeing a little bit of what's happening here. Somebody announced they're coming up on their 2-year sobriety and that people from this stream are reaching out and congratulating him or her or whatever. I don't even know if it was a man or a woman. I forget. But I think that's cool. And I'd like this to be a friendly place. A place where we don't have to see eye to eye. And if I say something that you disagree with, you can disagree. You can either disagree quietly, which I like, or, hey, Jackson Coke, is that your real name? 2 days sober, congratulations for you. I tell you what, the hardest days, first 2 days are the hardest. Because first you got to decide you want it, and then you got to do it. The first days really was the hard one. And yeah, the first day was really the only hard one, because that's the one where you decide, hey, I'm not going to drink today. Because in my I like to call it about 35 years of drinking, and it's, in my 35 years of drinking, there were a lot of mornings I woke up and said, I'm not going to drink today. And then I drank anyway. And you see it when you go out to bars. I was at a bar yesterday with some buddies in Wheaton and actually ordered 3 Heineken Zeros just to kind of feel like you fit in. But they still charge the same amount for Heineken Zero as they do for regular Heineken. I'm kind of a tight ass. And that kind of offends me. Because the reason, or a lot of the reason you're buying the beer is for the alcohol. At least that's what I thought. I still enjoy them. They taste good. And again, I don't know. When I'm out and having a fire or barbecuing or, I don't know, maybe watching a game or hanging out. Yeah, that's true. You mean Diet Coke is Coke? You're right. You're right. They do charge the same for Diet Coke. But they charge so much for beers. You know what I mean? But they charge so much for beers. You go to a bar, you could spend $7-8 on a beer. That's Holly's piggy. I just gave it a chuck. Yeah, chunk of change. That was a good point by Johnny Lightning. I was complaining about my breakfast this morning. I've done like 2 or 3 videos on Entenmann's Donuts. And there's nothing super magical, and I'm going to lose my sponsorship of Entenmann's when I say this next line. There's nothing like totally magical to these donuts. But, donuts just tend to be pretty good. You know what I mean? There's some great donuts. But even an okay donut's still pretty good. And they sell these in the grocery store. I make some stupid goals. And I did a video about it. I go, wow, I really like enjoying a donut or two. And now look, I put it down and I'm going to forget to eat it. I'm starving. I made a goal the other day. And hey, don't be a donut hater, live in recovery. Don't be a hater, even for donuts. About how I'm going to start buying a couple boxes a week, because, I don't know, sometimes it's hard getting out of bed. And sometimes going, hey, I'm going to do it. I'm going to stop putting it off, you know. It's 8:16. Learned alcohol is a complete crutch and waste of time. Life is more fulfilling. Good for you, 99, and I'm not judging on anybody that drinks. So for me, and I'm with you. Favorite kind of Boston cream comes to mind. What other good donut? Boston cream, I guess, would be my favorite kind of donut. But for Entenmann's, it's these, I don't know, are they cinnamon? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? They got all these little crumbles and they're kind of messy. But they're the best. Oh, so good. Oh, so good. I don't think it's cinnamon. I don't know if my donut's safe over there. Somebody said it was a crutch drinking, and that was true for me. And I was with a buddy yesterday. We went to Starbucks. By the way, this guy had never been to Starbucks. He got there early. He was studying the menu. He didn't even know how to order. The guy doesn't even have a Starbucks app. I got so much to teach some people in my lives. But anyway, he was kind enough to buy me a cup of coffee. And we sat and talked for a while. Did he wear a suit? No, he didn't wear a suit. He was actually kind of casual. No, he did not wear a tie either. But I thought it was kind of surprising. He came in. I saw him. I go, hey, you're early. You've never been to Starbucks, Shannon? Wow. I'll tell you what. He's watching this. He wasn't on TikTok. I don't know if he's still watching, but he watches a lot of my videos, and he follows me on social media, and he likes a lot of what I'm doing, and wanted to talk to me because he's thinking about getting into real estate or markets and stuff like that. And he wanted, hello, Zach, we're talking about you. And he's still here. And somebody just said save some money, and I'm going to defend Starbucks for a little bit. A lot of people say, it's crazy expensive. And okay, if you go through the drive-up and order some macchiato something or other, and I don't know, you get a donut or something, you're going to spend like $10. And I get it that that's kind of expensive. But, Ty, I'm glad you stopped drinking. I'm sorry about your sister. But if you go in, like my buddy and I did yesterday, and sit down, because they got nice soft chairs, and you can bring your computer in, and they have Wi-Fi, and they have free refills on their coffee. And, there's coffee's not for everybody. I get it, Ethel. But they get huge waters, and, I don't know. My buddy and I sat there for like an hour and a half or something like there. An hour and a half there, and, his bill, which he paid, was like $8. And we had nice, comfortable seats and free refills on our coffee. Yes, if you use the app, you can save some money. Now I should be selling for Starbucks. And as I like to say, you're right, chunk of change. Oh, yeah, talking about the Starbucks app. You get free refills. Hello, Millie, forever living. I wouldn't want to live forever. Just on a side note. But if you, hey, nope, Starbucks. Starbucks, Holly. I'm scolding Holly. I called her Starbucks. Hello, Karen, just scrolling. I hope you stop in and stay a while. But if you use the app, sorry, by the way, sometimes my conversation jumps around a little bit. And sometimes people like it. And sometimes people don't. I don't know, it's just kind of the nature of my thoughts. They kind of bounce around a little bit. And I read the comments and I get set off on tangents. And, but anyway, it kind of makes the fun. Oh, stay a while. Welcome aboard, Don Boof. Don the Boof. Anyway, if you use the app, you get free refills on coffee. You know, refills at Starbucks are only 54 cents anyway, and that's with tax. And I'm going to talk about that tax in a minute, which is better than a lot of coffee shops where you got to pay full or $1 or whatever. Because I like to drink a lot of coffee, as you know, but I'm not drinking a lot of coffee because I'm talking too damn much. And it's 8:21. I only have 10 more minutes. But I'm having fun this Sunday morning. And I've only taken a bite of my donut. Is that the Ken blend? It is the Ken blend, and thank you for asking. The Ken blend. And I shouldn't, I was silly. I discovered the Ken blend this morning. And the Ken blend is, hello from Knoxville, Tennessee, is a secret recipe that I came across today. And it's, I don't even want to share it anymore. But if you, good morning, Jack Taylor, where have you been? Hey, thank you so much for watching, Blythe. Bye-bye, Living Recovery. If you watch my morning video today, I actually put the recipe for what the Ken blend was. It's very secretive. I'm going to patent it. American Girl Path. They're 54 cents, but you get the app at Starbucks, and the refills are free. And it doesn't cost anything to get the app. And you can put, I don't know, $20 on your card, or people give you gift cards for Starbucks all the time, at least for me, for sure. Hot coffee in hand, getting ready for church. Awesome, Diane. I'm getting ready for church too. I have to leave so soon. Oh, Jack Taylor, what'd you watch? Hey, thank you so much, Chunk of Change. It's nice. We have a lot of churchgoers here. And I'm not a Bible thumper. And I think, now you got American Girl Path. Look at my video I did. I just posted a video. Got to watch it, though. It's actually just a mix of 2 coffees from Starbucks. But I kind of talked about it at length in my video this morning. And it kind of made it funny. Thank you so much, Shannon. Oh, yeah, your little grandbaby. Congratulations again to beautiful little Erin Nicole. Don DeBoof, I have a son who's 20 months old, and I have him on Sundays, and I pick him up, and that's why I got to go. Hey, American Girl Path, thank you. That's why I got to leave early on Sundays. Some of my days I go a little bit long, and at the encouragement of a buddy on here, I don't know, I talked for like an hour and a half the other day. I didn't have much going on that day. Speaking of not going much on, I'm telling you, really good. Oh, Ty, have an awesome day, man. I talked about stupid goals, and one of my stupid goals a couple of weeks ago was buying a box or 2 of these donuts every week and enjoying my donut for breakfast. I think small changes make all the difference. I think if anyone's looking for a little self-help book, I'd read Compound Effect. I forget the author's name, the guy that founded Success Magazine. And it's about small changes done over time can make a huge difference in your life. And little changes like not eating a donut or going to church or making your bed. Jack Taylor, that's my least favorite. the chocolate glazed, honestly. But anyway, I think small changes can make a difference. And I believe habits make the man or the woman or the person. And for some reason, I put in a couple really stupid goals lately. One, buying some donuts. Yeah, crumb tops. I'm going to have another bite. I know I'm talking right now. Buying boxes of donuts. Not a real smart goal, I think, generally. This morning, I said, I'm not going to make my bed today. Although I did. I ended up doing it. I failed. Before I went and took Holly on a walk, I said, I'm not going to shower today. And I failed at that too. I took a shower. And I don't know what my point is. But otherwise, sometimes I set my goals so low that I can't even achieve them. Well, were you being mean? Somebody asked why they were muted. A few days ago, I asked some friends here on TikTok to help me out because I was getting a lot of negativity thrown at my way, and it was just kind of distract. Okay, then let's leave user here for a while because they sound like they were friendly. But I found out okay, all right. But either way, I got some of the best moderators in the business, and people always want to know if they get paid. They don't get paid a penny. I'm sorry. Well, okay. And don't hate the moderators. They're doing a great job and an important job for me, at least, because it was becoming so unpleasant going live. I thought of getting off TikTok because, I don't know, you get weirdos out there. And they just kind of want to ruin. Yeah, GC, I appreciate it. I eat the chocolate last. Okay, now people are talking about getting muted without the moderators doing it. And I have a couple buzzwords that I don't allow being said. So maybe Jack Taylor, I don't drink a whole heck of a lot of milk outside of cereal. Maybe you used a word that, I don't know. Or maybe you used a word that was offensive to TikTok or something like that. I don't know exactly how it works. But I got a couple of awesome moderators that are helping me go do these lives and encouraging me. My favorite cereal. Now, I've done videos on this as well. Cinnamon Toast Crunch comes to mind. Golden Grams is awesome. I like Raisin Bran a heck of a lot. I like cereals with some weight to them. Sorry about the diabetes. With some weight to them where you can eat them and, feel kind of content. I think a lot of cereals that are delicious, like Cocoa Pebbles or Captain Crunch or all those cereals. Frosted Flakes have some weight to them, Mafia. That's Honey Smacks is the name of it, but there's no weight to Honey Smacks. Again, I could eat, and I would have a great time doing it, a whole box of Cocoa Pebbles. Crumb Top Donut? Is this called a Crumb Top Donut? All right, 6 or 7 more minutes. Yeah, all right. Grape nuts are pretty healthy, I guess. I appreciate it. I would imagine grape nuts. Yeah. Yeah, some cereals are just pure sugar. Special K. But Special K is really light as well. Like Rice Krispies. There's no weight. Oh, they're called Sugar Pops. Good call, Scott Concrete. You do need a bowl or a dog that will pick up your crumbs. Look at Holly, by the way. Do you see her? She is the ultimate. She and I do sales the same way, and maybe that's why I'm not that good at sales. Yeah, I love Captain Crunch. We're persistent. We're not very aggressive. But, look at her. She's here, kind of looking. Look how she's looking. She's got her chin on my table. And you know what she's eyeballing? She's eyeballing this donut. But she's very polite about it. Look at that. She'll just sit there. And she'll come up and put her head on my, leg. Or sit, right there and stare at me. While I'm eating something. And she's not there's some dogs that will, attack you and try and get your food. No, she can't do any tricks. Will try and get your food, so she doesn't do that. Yeah, well, okay, well, I subtly do it. Well, thank you, Zach. But she doesn't attack you. You know, she just stares at you. Or put her chin on my leg and stare at me. And she's a good salesman too. She's a good, Joe, could be going better, but I want to finish my talk about Holly and not get too caught up in the job search. Still looking. For those who don't know, I've been a realtor for 17 years. And been a realtor for 17 years. And I'm going to talk about this real quickly because it's kind of funny. And I think during my career, I'm 54 years old. There's a lot of my friends who bought their forever homes right before I got in the business. And I'm going to get out of real estate because I don't find it very fulfilling. But I think all my friends that bought their forever homes, they're not really forever. I think forever in real estate means about 20 years. So these people all bought their homes right before I got in the business. I worked for 17 years. I get out of the business. And then they're all going to sell. I said I went to a bar with some buddies last night. And one of my best friends, and I'm kind of actually bummed, said he's going to be moving this summer, and they're going to move to Oklahoma. And, I'm kind of bummed. He's a kid I've known since like 7th grade, and he's one of my best friends, and I tell stories about him on here from time to time. And he's actually the guy that worked with me in my first job and was paid more than me. I was paid $3.35. For some reason, he was paid $3.45 an hour. I'm still angry at him about that. That's a dishwasher at James Tavern in Downers Grove. But anyway, he's moving. Yeah, it's got concrete to Tulsa. Work connected, I think. And I don't know, they like Oklahoma for whatever reason. I don't want to talk too much about them just in case they're shy. But I don't feel like it's a missed opportunity. Hey, Diane, thanks so much. I hope you follow the page and enjoy my videos. I don't look at it as a missed opportunity. Because for some reason, my friends mean a lot to me. I mean, that's not for some reason. Our friends should mean a lot to me. But my friendship means more than my business. And I talked about it with my buddy yesterday. I think something I struggle with in real estate is I would drive off a cliff if it meant making my clients happy, if that makes sense. And I think that's important, and I'd want that in a realtor. But for me, it's somewhat uncomfortable charging my friends commission. And let's say in Naperville, Downers Grove area, the average home's $500,000-ish. My standard commission was always 6%. $500,000 times 0.06 is $30,000. It seems like a lot. And it feels somewhat uncomfortable to me. And I don't think I ever felt... no, it's not a bruise on my neck. Thank you for asking, though. Jack Taylor. Terminator 2 by far. Well, Terminator 2. You asked about Blade Runner. I've seen Blade Runner. I'm into Harrison Ford fairly much. Maybe I should see it again. I'm older than you, Jack. I probably saw it when it first came out in 84 or whatever. No, it's not a hickey, and it's kind of funny. I'm going through a divorce. My wife saw it too and asked about it. I kind of liked it. I think she was probably jealous a little bit. But it's not a hickey. It's not a hickey. But she did ask about it. And I was honest about how it happened. I shave in the bath. I shave in the shower. Sometimes I get a little sloppy with my shaving. And on this day, and I got to go in like 2 minutes. On this day, well, it'll go away. It's not here forever. On this day, I got a little sloppy. I must have been, I don't know, thinking about something else. And I swung down a little low and a little deep. And all of a sudden I went, ow! Because razor blades are really, hey, thank you for all the roses. I so appreciate that. I've made $18 on TikTok already. Roses, that's so awesome. Thank you, RJ. But anyway, I cut my neck. And it's not even where, like, facial hair grows. I don't know. So I dug in deep, and she asked about it. And I said, I was shaving. And think she was probably a little jealous. She shouldn't be, because it was not a hickey, but it kind of looks like it. So anyway, it's 8:35. I've had a ton of fun this morning. I've eaten 3/4 of a donut and maybe had a half a cup of coffee. I got to leave in about 5, 6, 7 minutes and pick up my little. All right, Jack Taylor, then you understand. But again, this is my facial hair probably stops here, you know. And I took a divot out like an inch and a half below that. I really miss. Thank you so much, Concrete. And again, it feels so good. Thank you. I'm going to really have a great time with Augie. I want to say thanks to my moderators for doing a great job. Again, the stress of going live was becoming too great before I had them, and they're really helping me out a lot. And I appreciate the work they do, and they're not getting paid for it. And maybe someday when I'm rich and famous, they'll get paid. Maybe. Paid per mute or paid per block. And they'll lose a little bit money when they falsely block somebody. I had a guy comment the other day about what do I do? Do I wax my head, or how do I shine my head or make it so shiny? I saw him get blocked or muted. I felt a little bad because my hair is a safe topic. I'm bald. I'm comfortable talking about my baldness or my shiny head. But anyway, we're working together. We're learning how we can roll and what I'm sensitive to. And paper block, I know, or paper mute. I don't know. These are all ideas I have. But anyway, it's 8:37. I'm going to go pick up my nugget of love. I got my pretzels packed, my diaper packed, my little baby cookies packed, my cuties packed. And excuse me. And I'm looking forward to my day. I'm looking forward to hanging out with my little guy and spending the day and seeing his smiles. And I'm going to get teary-eyed just talking about it because he's a little angel. And clapping along with him to music and seeing the wonderment with which he looks at the world because he's a little angel. God gave him to me because he is a little angel. And I'm super excited to see him. So that's where I'm off to. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're excited about the day and living in the moment and loving yourself. I hope you're forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.